Oh, there he is. Adrián, darling. Okay, here he
I
is.
am.
Hi, darling. So thanks very much. Don't you go away, Maxie. Maxie?
I will
Oh,
not.
Thomas Max. Don't go away, darling.
Okay.
Adrián, welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for waiting. You've been sitting there so patiently. Everybody's showing me sunshine. Apparently, it's gorgeous in Ecuador today. And don't tell me how gorgeous it is. That's just terrible. But you and I met last week for the first time via Zoom, correct?
Yes, yes, we did. Yes, we did.
You told me some amazing stories. So you are basically an organic farmer, and the company is Mystic Flowers, yeah?
Yes.
And I would like you to explain to people why you decided, or why the company decided to transfer to a completely different way of growing. Can you share?
Well, yes, thank you. This was about 12 years ago. We decided to start looking for substitutes for chemicals. We were at that time using a lot of chemicals to disinfect the soil, to control insects and funguses. And by, just being trying to start being environmentally concerned, taking care of our employees and especially also of our customers, we decided to start researching around what can we do to start replacing those chemicals,
Sure.
to find a way to be, environmentally safe and, try to be a pioneer, look for something else, be different. I think that's what we are aiming. And yes, we started that research, and finally we're looking for basics, go to what our ancestors used to use before, native herbs, native plants, vegetables. So through this research, we found out that there was possible, it was a chance to be ecological, try to, be friendly with the soil. When we plant, when we grow, we take a lot of what is available in the soil. So we decided we have to give it back.
Sure.
So after this research, we learned how to, by attending some vegetable and courses, we learned how to start planting and creating our own products in the farm to prevent and to start reduce the use of chemicals. So this research became the basics is fermentation. To do it with the local herbs, we use shrimps, we use the milk way to make these microorganisms. And with this, we were able to start putting these products in the soil. Now, in the farm, we have been, I think it's 8 years without using any chemicals to disinfect the soil. So the soil that we use in our companies, in our farms, is 100% organic. And this is a matter of pride for us. It has been really nice. It was not easy to do. And the most important thing and the most difficult was to, take the decision to do it. How and when, make our technicians and our people to think different as the other companies. So we were successful on that. And now, after that research was done for the soil, we decided to start doing research on chemicals that we wanted to stop using to control funguses and insects. And now at the farm, we have we have a lot of products that are made there in the farm that are controlling insects. For example, in the Gypsophila, the minor leaf is one of the most common insects. And right now we have through the products that we're using and producing in our own farms, we have been able to reduce 80% of the pesticides that were being used before.
Wow.
So we are now mostly using the products that we are making in the farm. And also we have been able to reduce 50% of the use of fungicides. So the fungus and most of them we are controlling with our own products. So this is really interesting, and this has changed, you know, the way of growing and the way of thinking of our staff, of our company. And that's why we are proud to do that. And it's not easy to do. It takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
At the moment, I can tell you that weekly we produce 40 tons of bokashi, which is used in the soil to make it rich and to give it back what we are taking out.
Yeah.
And we produce about 22,000 liters of microorganisms that are applied in the plants. So that is really interesting. And this is what we're facing, and this is what the company wants to do. We want to be environmentally safe. We want to be sustainable. And I think this has to be a trend.
It is a trend, but it's a very brave step forward for a company like yours, because to take a step like that, because we discussed that you previously grew Liacha spicata, yeah?
Yes.
And what you were finding was that the roots were really not healthy. The soil was not healthy, and in turn that was producing bent and weird stems, etc. But you have to leave the soil dormant for a while to let it heal.
At that time when I told you about the Liatris farm, yes, we had to leave that farm. It was there were so many years of using chemicals that we had to stop using that farm at that time, and it took us a while to do that. Now, with the process that we're doing, you do not need to leave the soil dormant. What you need to do is to have a good rotation of crops first. You have to rotate. And with the bokashi and the products that we are using, we are making the soil so rich that you don't need to put it on dormancy. You can keep on using it, but you always have to think that you have to give back the soil what you're taking away. Yeah.
So what is it you grow?
Right now, we are growing Gypsophila. We grow Crespedia, Lepidium, and Hypericum. We also grow roses in other farms. And for the roses, we are starting to use the products that we are producing in the farm. Yes.
Okay.
And this is something really new. We are just getting started in the roses for a year now. So this will take a while, but we're aiming to be also organic as much as we can, because as you know, it's impossible to be 100% organic, but the most you can do, I think, is the best you can do. So that's how we're working right now.
I totally agree with you. I think that's a great attitude, but this is pioneering stuff. Not only for your company, but for Ecuador.
Yes, it is. It is for Ecuador, and we're so glad and proud of ourselves that we are a pioneer farm to do this. And what we're hoping is that the rest of the farms will take this as an example and start working, because it does take a lot of years research and developing all the products, because not in every farm what it works in our company most likely won't work in other farm, because the basics will work, but you have to work on what the needs are of your own soil, of your plants, on the crop that you're working.
Yeah, exactly. So, and who is it? Okay, Hans Haverkamp is a dear friend of mine who's a designer, very seriously good designer. I'm bumping you up, Hans. But also he's a Dutchman, so he's serious about things, very serious about growers too. So you mentioned 40 tons of something. What was
Yes,
it?
I mentioned 40 tons of bokashi. Bokashi is a product that it's a mixture that we make in the farm. It is a mixture of chicken manure. It's a dry rice shell, and also all the products that we that we take out from the post-harvest, everything that comes, we mix it and we decompose. So
Okay.
that is what we call bokashi.
So it's like a compost,
Like a
basically
compost.
you're
Yes, it's a
own
compost,
form
but
of compost.
yes, it's a compost that we make in the farms
Yeah.
from what we have from the post-harvest. We collect everything, so we do not throw anything away. Before there was a trend,
Yay!
and this is something interesting. Before the trend was when you took a crop out, we
Yeah.
used to take the roots, we used to take everything away from the soil. Now we don't do that. We keep everything there. We chop, we mix, we concentrate everything in the field. So we keep everything. We do not throw anything away. We recycle everything that is on the soil, and whatever comes out from the post-harvest is recycled. So that is something that we focus also on. We cannot throw what you have. Any greens are reusable.
Of course, absolutely. You're talking my language.
I'm glad that that's your language too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really passionate about this, and I'm interested how often people tell me how other growers are not practicing the eco structure, and I know that some are, and that's what we're doing here. We're trying to set out and find as many people as we can to sort of integrate it. So where do your flowers go to? Because I have to say, Mystic as a brand name, I haven't actually come across.
Mystic is a new brand name. Okay, there's a history behind this. The farm where we started the ecological products is Eternal Flower,
Yeah.
and this farm was now is part of the Color Republic and Mystic group in Ecuador.
Okay.
And Mystic is a farm which produces, and it has been in the market for 25 years, producing roses. So now we are one whole company, and Eternal Flower is part of the Mystic group. So we are going to be starting and promoting Eternal Flower as Mystic. So this is what we're working. That's why you might do not know, but we're going to start a big campaign promoting and telling our customers that Mystic now will be like a one-stop shop with summer flowers, roses, and all the products that we produce. We're shipping to over, I think, 60 countries around the world. So it's a big company. Yes, we have a market in the US, in Canada, South America, and whole Europe, Australia, Asia. So it's a very nice company, really nice quality products, and we're very proud of what we do. Yes.
Oh, you should be. Honestly, you should be. I've loved talking to you that first day, because it was just perfect as far as I was concerned, because that just the ethos of why I agreed to do certain things is because we need to move forward. We need to try and stop the bad practices that have gone on before, but equally those bad practices were understandable,
Yes, exactly.
and so people shouldn't be putting people down because of it. It was just a lack of knowledge. But I love the fact that you've gone back into your own country's history to find the answer to the problem. I mean, that's wonderful.
Yes, it is. It is nice, and the best. It takes the decision to do it,
Yeah.
and you don't have to be afraid of taking those decisions. You have to do it, and that's the way to do it. Talk to your employees, tell them how important it's to make the change. because this will be appreciated worldwide. Our customers, our final consumers are the ones who will be happy, and we are going to start promoting this and telling this to the world that this can be done if we were able to do it. And we do this, the farm with where we first started these practices is on open field, which is not easy.
Okay, so that's what I was going to say. Where are you growing? Are you growing indoors or is it all outdoors?
It's outdoors. Everything is outdoors, and it's very difficult to do this outdoors. And we were able to accomplish this dream. And now we see that the dream is true. It's there. We can see it. We can feel it, and it's nice. It's really nice to see that. Yeah.
Well, also I'm being asked here by Mina. Has the need for watering changed since you've changed, your approach to growing?
Oh, yes. When you apply this bokashi in the soil, this also reduces the amount of water that you need, because this will help us keep the moist in the soil. So we are also saving a lot of water. That's also important.
This is a win-win situation.
Yes.
Lorraine here has sent a message. She said you're inspiring and she loves it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's we want to inspire. We want to be an inspiration for the growers, for our customers, and for our consumers. I think that's what we want to be, an inspiration.
Well, I think actually this is a definite case for looking out for how you move forward, actually. Because we'll be looking out for, I hope that there's going to be an interesting banner for Mystic Flow so we can recognize that you guys are, we can see it's you.
Yes, we will do it. We will do it. You will see it in the short time. Yes.
Okay, so we can maybe come back on a webinar day, or we could do a short video or something and put it on Danziger Live. So once you've got it, we can share it, yeah?
Love to do that. Thank you so much. Yes.
Well, I think that's a definite must. I'm sure Betty's going to kill me later, but that's okay. Here we go. It would be really interesting to see some pictures of the cultivation areas. You can do that. I tell you now, Hans, I know something that was told to me earlier today, for reasons best left undiscussed. The guys can't actually get out very easily. Just there's bad guys about. So I'm sure as soon as it's available, I'm sure Adrian would happily organize field photographs for us. You would do that, wouldn't you?
Yes. We're working on a nice video on the lab that we have for the production of the microorganisms and everything. So as soon as it is ready, we will let you know, and we can maybe in the next webinar present it.
Okay, this sounds like a date. I like dates. I'm well past having dates.
Like dates, so we can call it a date for sure.